Why focus on education? Take hold of instruction and do not let it go. Guard her, for she is your life. Proverbs 4:13. Do not forsake wisdom, and she will protect you. Love her, and she will watch over you. The beginning of wisdom is this: get wisdom, though it costs you all you have. Get understanding. Proverbs 4:6 and 7. Blessed are those who find wisdom, those who gain understanding. Proverbs 3:13. Give instruction to a wise man, and he will be still wiser. Teach a righteous man, and he will increase his learning. Proverbs 9:9. Hello, I'm Amy Zawi with the Jerusalem Connection Red Alert Report for Wednesday, November 17, 2021. The verses I just read to you help explain why we value and focus on education with such vigilance. Our Holocaust Education Fund, our Auschwitz Album Revisited, and our Hebrew University Scholarship Funds are about learning from the past, applying it to today, and preparing for the future, all with a godly perspective and an authentic biblical worldview. The last few weeks, we talked about the Holocaust education event happening this spring in South Carolina, Violins of Hope, open to community members so they can all learn from the past and make a better today and tomorrow for Jews around the world. Fighting anti-Semitism requires knowledge and awareness put into practice, not just memorializing events from the past. This week on Friday, November 19th, in Washington, D.C., the movement known as End Jew Hatred is organizing a rally outside the UNRWA headquarters in D.C., a rally to raise awareness of and combat anti-Semitic curriculum being funded by the UN in Palestinian schools. I will be one of the speakers, and I encourage you to follow on the live stream or come in person if you can. You can find the event live streamed on the website endjewhatred.com. Follow along any of their social media sites as well. The UN Relief and Works Agency for Palestine Refugees, UNRWA, uses U.S. and other nations' funding for schools. A large portion of the funding is U.S. taxpayer dollars. The Biden administration has already provided $318 million to this organization. Current UN and U.S. policies and laws mandate that curriculum must be neutral in its politics. Even though those textbooks might call for equality for all, there's a glaring exception: Jews and Israel, which is blatant anti-Semitism, and is a violation of U.S. and UN policy that requires all funding be contingent on the textbooks being vetted in the classrooms. But the Palestinian Authority is using their bias and hate-filled books in the classrooms of UN-funded schools, and they have been for years. This is a form of child abuse and indoctrination. That means no chance of peace or coexistence could be possible for the next generation if what is being taught is that Israel has no right to exist and violence to wipe it from the earth, and any Jew or Zionist is justifiable and even encouraged. In addition to this very overt anti-Semitism that we are vocally opposing, our 2021 Hebrew University Scholarship recipient has been chosen. Joshua is grateful for your contribution to his lifelong mission to value and relay the story of the Jewish people to generations to come. He shares his gratitude with us in this video.
Hello, everybody. My name is Joshua Sherrill. I'm the recipient for this year's scholarship from the Jerusalem Connection, and so I want to say thank you for your contributions to that scholarship, enabling students like me to study here in the land of Israel. Briefly about myself, I'm a student here at Hebrew University. I'm in the 2-year Master's of Arts in the Bible and Ancient Near East. I graduated this year after 4 years from the Master's Seminary with an MDiv, Master's of Divinity there. And after this degree, I intend to study further and pursue a PhD in the Old Testament and the Hebrew Bible. The reason I'm doing that is because I want to be in the seminary classroom for the rest of my life. I want to serve the church and apply the things that I'm learning in the context of the Church of Jesus Christ. But I think that the Lord has also gifted me in some more technical areas that I want to exercise in the classroom if He's willing for the rest of my life. As well, I also want to see the land of the Bible, and that's another reason why I'm here. I don't think that Christians have to see the land of Israel in order to understand their Bibles, but as a Bible teacher, I know that doing so will bear fruit in my exposition of God's Word for years to come. And then thirdly, I love the Old Testament, and the Hebrew Bible or Old Testament is studied here like it is nowhere else in the world. That's because most of the scholarship here, while they don't recognize Jesus Christ as their Messiah, King of Israel, as the one to whom the Old Testament points, nonetheless, they value the Hebrew Bible as a sort of cultural heritage that the Jewish nation has given to the world. And so it's studied for its socio-historical significance and literary significance and so on. But I know that God will, when he saves all Israel, write his law and his word on their hearts so that they love it for what it truly is, both Old and New Testaments, and for whom it points to the Messiah. Now, in the meantime, the Bible is still studied here profitably in its manuscripts and languages and customs and history and so on. So I'm here and I'm very thankful to be. I would ask you to pray for my studies, that they would be submissive to God's word and faithful to God's word, and also for my family as we adjust here to our new home. Thank you so much.
Thank you all for your continued support for the Jerusalem Connection. Your contributions to our general fund or to any of our particular ministries and your participation in our events and outreaches are priceless, and I'm sure treasures in heaven are piling up. Shavua Tov, and have a great day.